Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. In the last 3 weeks, we witnessed some important announcements in the world of language models, to be precise, small language models. Microsoft released Phi-2 Mini and Meta released Llama 3 8 billion parameter model. What's important now is to understand how capable they are. To start, we're going to choose Phi-2 as an SLM and reason with it. To do this, let me welcome Srikanth and Shankar and my colleague for a short conversation. Srikanth, welcome to TGIF.
Yeah, hi. Nice to be with you again, sir.
Wonderful. Srikanth, quickly, in the last 3 weeks, I've seen that you've kind of played with small language model, especially Phi-2. Give us your first impression. How was it? And I know this looks like a new laptop.
Yeah.
You installed it on local machine, so love to hear your experience.
Yeah, sure. So glad I have this Surface laptop. Okay, so when I just read about the announcement, I was kicked about trying to sort of get it to work on my machine.
Right.
And so glad that with all the tooling that we provide using the Windows AI Studio, I could quickly deploy it to my machine and then have a simple example, complete with the RAG and inference using small language models, all possible right from within the laptop. Wonderful. It was quite exhilarating journey. Working with it.
Awesome. I think this is the first time you've seen a language model done locally and you're able to reason with it, right? Awesome. So let's start with a quick scenario, right? This is where we understand the true reasoning power. Now the scenario we have on hand is, as an enterprise, I want to understand sentiment from a customer feedback, right? Let's take Make My Trip, and they have feedback coming from a consumer on a property. Feedback is good but ugly, secondary, but I have a feedback, and I want two things to happen on that feedback. One is understand sentiment. Second is, of course, understand, based on the feedback, how should I improve as a company? So how do we use the power of language models to do this? Will it be one size fits all? Or let's start with your SLM example and see what is the response from Phi-2 on these two questions.
Yeah, very interesting question. In fact, I wanted to see for myself. I'll try to put each of these LLMs and SLMs to use on the exact use case that you described.
Right.
And then I went through the motions of how actually they're able to come back. So what you'll notice here is that, so when I run this particular application, now it's running entirely on using the Phi-2 model out here.
Right.
And then I'm asking a question, hey, this is the feedback that I've actually scraped through from the particular marketplace. And then can you tell me what you think the general perception is?
Right.
So I could see that Phi-2, you see that it's able to come back, it's able to get a quick summary and it's able to extract all the key sound bites from it and be able to give me a compelling argument of what folks thinking about our company.
Got it.
Which I think it's quite profound and it's quite good for an SLM.
Sure.
So I was quite surprised by that.
Sure.
And then I went to the next step saying that, hey, that's great, but now I want to get a feedback and how do I actually improve, and my upkeep or whatever it could be to actually rise before the eyes of customers. So while Phi-2, you see that it's able to come back with a reasonably good amount of information, but still I think it didn't have the gravitas. I think it was something much more compelling than what actually it would provide. So when I ran that through the LLMs, I could see that it's able to be much more forthcoming and dip deeper into its intelligence and come back with recommendations which I could really see really met my eye and then sort of thought really great to go with. So I could see that there are some use cases where SLMs can just do a great swell job of doing all of that. For example, simple reasoning or capturing sentiments and all that. But when I had to go into much more deeper things, I found the might of GPT-4 or large language models probably were required to actually get me those kind of results. So it's horses for courses. We can say that I don't have to just stick to one particular model for my entire application. I can choose what I want based on that particular task that needs to be accomplished and then quickly build together tooling that we have in AI Studio to mix and match multiple such models and bring forth a compelling application which gives maximum bang for the buck at the best possible cost.
Wonderful. So looking back at the same example, for the first question, I think SLM Phi-2 response was great.
Right.
Feedback is negative, etc.
Yes.
And for the next question, which is basically how to improve as a company, I think GPT-4 responded in a lot more thoughtful manner, recommending that I should strike an agreement with a pest control management company.
Right.
And that was very profound, in that context. So that means going for Srikanth, it's not one size fits all. You would, keeping in mind the scenario in hand, you will choose best of what we have out there to solve a problem. Of course, what is required is to balance cost and performance.
Exactly.
Yeah? Yes. Wonderful. Awesome. This is fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
And as Srikanth rightly said, there's no one size fits all here. Depending on the problem on hand, you will choose models which best suits the scenario. So as you saw in this example, we used Phi-2 for first question and GPT-4 for second question, and that's probably the best foot forward to ensure you build solutions with utmost focus on economics. With that, thanks for watching this episode. Keep watching TGI. Wonderful Friday. A great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.